Hi guys, welcome back. In this video, I will explain how you can simplify surds containing brackets. In the first part of the video, I'm going to explain how you can expand and multiply out surd in the same manner as you do in algebra. In the second part of the video, I will take you through the conjugate of surds and how you can apply the idea of conjugate to rationalize the denominator. Surds containing brackets can also be expanded in the same manner as that of algebra. So recall that when you have something of this nature, 5x plus y, and you want to expand it or you want to multiply out by 5 with 5, what you are going to do is to say 5 times x, then this is 5x plus 5y. So if you want to do the same for surd, you have to follow in the same approach. But what you have to note is what is the surd rule, the rule of surd. Recall, you can only multiply or divide like or unlike terms in surd. So, but if you want to add or subtract two surds, then they must be of the same what? Of the same terms. Let me give you an example to back it up. Example, the question says simplify root 3 plus root 5 to root 3 plus 3 root 5. So if you want to expand this, it is not difficult. You use the same idea like that of algebra. You have root 3 plus root 5 to root 3 plus 3 root 5. In fact, you can use the FOIL methods. What is FOIL method? So that is, you multiply this first one. You understand now? So outside with this guy, inside with the last one. You understand now? So, okay, let us take it one by one. So you multiply this guy with this guy. That is root 3 multiplied by 2 root 3. And don't forget, when you are multiplying surd, then you have to group them number with number, radicals with h, radical with radical. So then this guy is going to give me root 3 multiplied by 2 root 3. That's going to give you 2 root 6. Then plus root 3 multiplied by 3 root 5. Number here is 1 times 3, that is 3. Root 3 times root 5, that's root 15. Okay now, and this guy with this guy again, root 5 times, that's going to give you 2 root 15. Then plus 3 root 25. So if you simplify it further, this is going to give me 2 root 6 plus, this is 5 root 15, because they have the same time, you can add them together, then plus 15. I hope you understand how I obtain 15 here. So you know root 25 is 5 times 3 will give me 15. So if you simplify it further and perhaps you express this in a simpler term, this is going to give me what? 2 root 6, or you can say 2 root 3 times root 2, but you can just stop here. Let's see. Then 5, this is root 3 multiplied by root 5, then plus 15. So root 3 multiplied by root 5 plus 15. Okay, now let's see. What do we have in common? What do we have in common? Do we have anything in common here? So then you can just add the likes time. You can add the likes time together. So this is root 25 and this is 15, right? Yeah, then I made a mistake somewhere here. Root 3 times 2, root 3 times 2 root 3, this is supposed to give me root 9. So, which is 3. Then I'm going to have 6 here, sorry. So, then this is going to give me 6. Yeah, 6. Then I don't need this guy again. So that's why you have to be very careful. So if you simplify further, then I'm going to have what? If you collect the like time, this is 6 plus 15 plus 5 root 15. That's 21 plus what? 5 root 15. So 21 plus 5 root 15. That's that. Let me give you another example. Evaluate. I think this is a why question without using tables. Indeed, you can use table to find square root. So 5 root 2.5 minus root 10 root 0.4. Okay, you follow this similar approach. So you can multiply this guy out. So this multiply by this, then you have 5. Don't forget, if you are multiplying, you group them, number with number, radical with radical. You have like 1 here, right? 1 times 5, that is 5. Multiply by root 2.5, multiply by 0.4. You understand? And then minus root 10, multiply by root 0.4. Do you understand now? So if you simplify further, this is going to give you 5. If I were you, if you don't want to disturb yourself, this is same thing as 25 over 10, multiply by what? 4 over 10. You understand? So if you don't want to be multiplying the decimal, then minus root 10 multiplied by root 4 over 10. I hope you understand now. So now this is going to give you, so 2 here, 2, 2 here, 5, 5 here, 1, 5 here, 5, 5 here, 1, 5 here, 2. You understand now? So 5 here, 2. Let us check it very well. No. So, and 2 we cancel 2. Then you have 5 multiplied by root 1, 5 root 1, minus root 10. So, minus root 10 multiplied by what? So, multiply by root 4 over 10. Multiply by root 4 over 10. If I simplify it further, then this is going to give me 5. Root 1 is 1, right? So, root 40, if you multiply them together, divided by what? Divided by 10. That's going to give you 5 minus, so root 4. That's going to give you 5 minus 2, which is equal to 3. You can see it is not simple. So you just follow the same approach as your normal, expansion. So, and apply the laws of Surds. So let us now move to conjugate Surds. What do you understand by conjugate Surds? So basically, let's say you have square root of x plus square root of y. You understand now? So root x plus root y are said to be what? Are said to be conjugate of root x minus root y. When we say something is conjugate of each other, so it means when you multiply them together, then the result gives a what? A rational number. You understand? So for example, now if I have root x plus root y, you understand? Now it means you are going to write the same expression here, but what's going to be different here is that if it is addition between them before, you are going to change them to subtraction. If it is subtraction, you change them to addition. When you have something like this, then you say they are conjugate of each other. And when you multiply these two conjugate together, then you are going to get rid of the radical, and have a rational number. You understand now? And this is one of the way we can even rationalize. You recall when it is a term and you want to rationalize it, maybe say root a, what you have to do is to multiply by root a again. But when you have two terms and you want to rationalize it, it means you have to multiply by the conjugate. And what is the conjugate? So you just what? You see that they are identical except that one is positive sign and the other is a negative sign. So let us expand it. The same expansion, root s times root x. Don't forget that will give you x plus, no, sorry, minus. So root x multiplied by minus s, that's going to give you minus root xy, plus root ay multiplied by root x, that's what? Root xy. So then root y multiplied by minus root y, that is y. Don't forget root y times root y, as I explained in the last video, is going to give you y. Root Ghaffari multiplied by root Ghaffari is going to give you Ghaffari. So you see that this guy cancel each other. Then you have s minus y. Can you see what you observe? So, it's just like the same thing like that of your difference of two squares. Don't forget the difference of two squares. Recall when you have a plus b, a minus b. This is also conjugate of this because they are the same, they are identical, just that there is a positive sign here and negative sign here. Recall difference of two squares is a square minus b square. So similarly, when you have, a conjugate surd like this too, root x plus root y, root s minus root y, you don't need to stress yourself. Then this is also a difference of two square. What are you going to have? Root s everything squared minus root y everything squared. I hope you understand. Okay, it's just that when you are given something of this nature, example, if you want to simplify root 3 minus 4, root 3 plus 4. So, this guy will give you what? Root 3 multiplied by root 3. And if you don't want to stress yourself, this is a conjugate. So, they are identical, just that this is minus and this is plus. They are conjugate. Indeed, they are different. This is a difference of two square. What are you going to apply? Recall, when you have a plus b, a minus b, difference of two square is a square. The first time you have square it minus the second time square it. So similarly, when you want to simplify this further, you have root 3 minus 4, root 3 plus 4. Then this is going to give me what? Root 3 everything squared minus 4 everything squared. And root 3 square will give me 3. Root 3 times root 3 is what? 3. Root a multiplied by root a, that's a. So then minus what? Minus 16. Then that's going to give you minus 13. You can see it is very simple. You don't need to stress yourself. So you are going to see one of the advantages of this now. So because when you have, a term at the denominator, maybe you want to divide and you have something like a binomial term at the denominator. So then, and you want to rationalize it, you can just find the conjugate of the denominator. It will get rid of it. So let me give you another example. So let me give you like a wide question to see what we are going to have. Example. Simplify the following by rationalizing denominators. So I have 2 root 5 plus root 3 divided by 3 root 5 minus root 3. So we want to simplify this, and to simplify this, we have to get rid of this denominator. You have to rationalize it. And don't forget, if you want to rationalize the denominator, if it is a single term, maybe you have root a, for example, at the denominator, just multiply the numerator and denominator by root a, like I've explained in the previous video. But if it is more than one time, if it is two terms like this, then you have to multiply numerator and denominator by the conjugate of the denominator. You understand that? Since you know that when you multiply a surd by its conjugate, you are going to get what? You are going to get a rational number. Okay, now. So you now say multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate of what? By the conjugate of 3 root 5 minus root 3. And what is the conjugate of 3 root 5 minus root 3? That is, they are identical, just that we change the term. So then I have 2 root 5 plus root 3, 3 root 5 minus root 3, multiply by 3 root 5 plus root 3 divided by 3 root 5 plus root 3. You understand now? So because we multiply this guy by its conjugate, we are going to arrive at what? So we are going to arrive at a rational number. So if you simplify further, let us multiply this guy together. Don't forget, when you are multiplying two surds together, you have to group them number with number, surd with surd. So 2 times 3, that's going to give you 6 times 5. I hope you understand how I obtain 5. Root 5 times root 5 is 5. Then this times this. Let me put it in brackets so that you don't make mistake. This will give you plus 2 root 15. This times this again, that's plus 6 times 5. No, I made a mistake. It will be this times this. That's plus 3 root 15. Then plus 3. I hope you obtain 3. Root 3 times root 3. That's going to give me 3. Then divided by, you multiply this and this together. You don't need to stretch yourself since you are multiplying this by its conjugate. You can apply your difference of 2 square. It's a difference of 2 square, the same number. You have minus here and plus here. Then this is going to give you 3 root 5, everything squared, minus root 3, everything squared. So that you don't stretch yourself and, finding it. Okay, if you simplify further, this is going to give me 30 plus. You can add these two guys together because they are having the same term, root 15. That's going to give me 5 root 15 plus 3 divided by, if you square this, 3 square will give me 9 times root 5 square will give me 5. Root 5 times root 5 is 5. Root a multiplied by root a is a. Then minus 3. I hope you understand. So then if you simplify this guy further, 30 plus 3, that is 33 plus 5 root 15 divided by 45 minus 3. So that is 33 plus 5 root 15 divided by 42. So divided by 42. So I think there is no such number you can use to divide it. So in that sense, you are going to leave your answer that way. You can see it is very simple. Just rationalize the denominator and simplify further. Let me give you another example, which is also a white question example. I think the last one. Example. Simplify. That's the first one. Simplify 2 divided by 3 minus root 2 plus 1 divided by 3 plus root 2. Leaving your answer in the form a plus b root 2. And b, find integers m and n such that m plus root 2 1 minus root 2 squared is equal to 2 minus root 2. Okay, let us simplify that. That is not difficult to do. So solution. The question says simplify 2 divided by 3 minus root 2 plus 1 divided by 3 plus root 2. This is not difficult to do. You can find your LCM straight away. Then your LCM will be products of these two guys. 3 minus root 2, 3 plus root 2. Then how many these are you going to have here? That's 3 plus 2, 3 plus root 2 times 2. Then plus this times this. This will cancel this. Then you have what? 3 minus root 2. Then if you simplify further, this is going to give you 6. Multiply out 6 plus 2 root 2 plus 3 minus root 2 divided by, record this is conjugate of each other. You understand now? And if you don't want to stretch yourself, just apply your difference of 2 squared. That's going to give you 3 squared minus root 2 everything squared. You understand now? So if you collect the like times 6 plus 3, that is 9, plus 2 root 2 minus root 2. You know, this is just like you're having 2 pen minus 1 pen. That is root 2. Then divided by 9 minus 2. Do you know how it is minus 2? Because root 2 square will give me what? 2. So if you simplify for that, this is going to give you 9 plus root 2 divided by 7. So that's going to give you 9 plus root 2 divided by 7. If you like, you can give them one by one. That's going to give you 9 plus 7 plus root 2 over 7. Why? Because we asked to leave our answer in the form what? A plus B root 2. A plus B root 2. Yeah. Here's the question. So A plus B root 2. So then some question can say at the end of the day, what is the value of your A? Let's say the question says hence, find A and B. Find A and B. Then you can say that my A is what? 9 over 7. Since we are asked to express in terms of what? A plus B root 2. It means your A is equal to 9 over 7 and your B is what? 1 over 7. That's just like that. You may have something of that nature. That's how you are going to do it. So that's how you are going to do that. Okay. So the second example, the second question, we have m plus n root 2, 1 minus root 2 everything squared. So we are asked to find the integers m and n such that this is equal to what? 2 minus root 2. This is not difficult to do. Just simplify the left hand side, then equate it with the right hand side. Okay. You know, if I want to simplify this, let me first of all simplify this first. You know, the same thing as 1 minus root 2, 1 minus root 2, and that is a perfect square, right? Recall that your A plus B, everything square is what? A square plus what? 2AB plus B squared. So you can use that to expand that. But if you don't want to stress yourself, this is what I'm trying to say, you know, then 1 minus root 2, 1 minus root 2 will be what? 1 squared. You understand now? So minus 2 into what? Minus root 2, minus 2 root 2. So minus 2 root 2, then plus 2. You understand now? But if you don't want to stretch yourself, you can do it separately. 1 minus root 2, 1 minus root 2. That's going to give me 1 minus root 2 minus root 2 plus root 2 squared, right? So then you have 1 minus 2 root 2 plus 2. And 1 plus 2 will give me 3. That's 3 minus 2 root 2. So it means if you don't want to stress yourself, then you have m plus n root 2. And you know both this guy, you have it to be what? 3 minus 2 root 2. So that's 3 minus 2 root 2 is equal to 2 minus root 2. You understand now? So it's equal to 2 minus 2 root 2. If I were you, I can just make this the subject of the formula. You know, this is just my multiply. You can say divide both sides by this guy. So then you have m plus n root 2 equals to 2 minus root 2 divided by 3 minus 2 root 2. Or if you don't want to stress yourself, just multiply this out and just do it. You are going to arrive at the same answer. Then you have m plus n root 2 is equal to, so I think to get rid of this guy, we rationalize the denominator. 3 minus 2 root 2, then multiply by, what is the conjugate of this? 3 plus 2 root 2, 3 plus 2 root 2. You understand? So then if you simplify further, then I'm going to have what? M plus n root 2 is equal to what? 2 minus root 2, 3 plus 2 root 2, divided by difference of 2 square, 3 square minus 2 root 2, everything squared. Then you continue again, simplify it once more. 2 times 2, 2 times 3, that is 6, plus 4 root 2, minus 3 root 2, minus 4. Do you know how I obtain minus 4? 1 is here, 1 times 2, 2. Root 2 times root 2 is 2. 2 times 2, that will give me 4. Then divided by 9 minus 2 square, that is 4. Root 2 square is also 2. 2 times 4, that is 8. So then I'm going to have m n root 2 is equal to, then 6 minus 4, that is 4. If you collect the like time, 2. Sorry, 6 minus 4 is 2. 4 root 2 minus 3 root 2. That's going to give me 1 root 2, which is same thing as root 2 divided by 1. You understand now? Root 2 divided by 1. So which is same thing as what? 2 root 2. So it means m plus n root 2. So it means you don't have a number here. It's the same thing as 0 plus 2 root 2. From there you can say that my m is equal to what? So my m is equal to 0 and my n is equal to 2. So my n is equal to 2. You can see it is not difficult to do, or else we've made a mistake. Let's see. Yeah, sorry. 6 minus 4 is 2. Sorry, 6 minus 4 is 2. Then plus, this will give, it is 2 plus 2 root 2, not 2 root 2. 2 plus 2 root 2. And that means your m is equal to 2. You know, m is equivalent to the first number here. Then your n is what? 1. That is the coefficient of root 2, which is 1. You understand? So therefore, m is equal to 2 and n is equal to 1. So this is how you are going to be doing that. Recall, so you can multiply out or expand sort like you've used to do in your algebra. So likewise, I told you what conjugates mean. That is, the conjugate of a number is the same number, just change the what? Just change the sign in between. And if you multiply a conjugate by itself, so you are going to get what? You are going to get a rational number. So that is that. If you understand the video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel so that you can benefit from a similar video. Till I see you in the next video. Thank you.